8 ways to joyfully feng shui your home for summer. Summer's all about increased light. Brighten the path to your gatherings or front door with solar-powered luminaria. Host an evening bonfire for those that you care about. Throw open your curtains and let the sunshine cleanse your home of mold, spores, bacteria, and more. In the evenings, light a lamp with a red lampshade inside your home. Reminding you for summer, the fire line cools, calms, soothes the skin on fire. It helps balance red, irritated, sensitive, hot, blotchy, or allergic skin. Consists of a toner, a phytother, day cream, night cream, clay, red clay, yogi body gel, and even a fire line shampoo. If your skin is already in balance, taking into account what is normal for your age, then now is the time to use skin and hair care from the Fire line. Treat your home the way you treat your best friend. Zadkiel Chi, Feng Shui Master. Get the rest of today's tips to Feng Shui for your home for summer by liking and following me for more. Thanks for tuning in. Follow for more. In the meantime, visit www.tonyad.tv/Fido5.
Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you as always, my energetic beings. And sorry I'm talking so loud. I just realized the mic's right in front of me. But welcome to the planetary parade. Reminds me of Dumbo, right? The parade, that song, just saying. But starting today, June 3rd, we are having a parade of planets, or some people are calling it a planetary parade, where not one, but 6 planets will actually be aligning in the sky. So it's this week's energetic snippet, and boy, is it energetic. And this is a mystical Monday once again. And I am your host, the Tonya D. I am a practicing holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design. Following the lunar energies through the seasons of the celestial bodies, along with the gates in human design. How did you like last week's show? However, I do call myself a holistic shaman medium, which is just a choreography of them all, mapping out the 4 pathways. I feel like there's actually more, but either way, one design at a time, uniquely and innovative. And I'm here to show you who you are, why you arrived on the planet at this particular time, through gift and purpose. We all have a gift and we all have a purpose. And if you're new to my show, my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell to alert other celestial lunar beings that resonate with my show, my frequency, as we evolve our inner glimmer, radiating our brilliance for all the world to see at this fantastic time. The stars, the celestial bodies, the planetary parade, Mercury, communication, verbal agreements, conversations, short distance travel, the neighborhood, Mars even, I act, I am, who I am, acting, behavior, Jupiter, planet of excelling. Things are getting excelled upon. It reminds me of like adding water to yeast, to the dough. Whatever it's touching, it's this very expansive energy, right? Expanding our thoughts, our grimoire about what we think, ideas percolating, even possibly inner limiting beliefs. Uranus, innovating our ability to bring visions, our third eye, into the manifestations. Saturn, time, father time, limitations of time, the time it takes to possibly restrict, the restriction of a system, maybe the betrayal of a system. Neptune, spirituality, dreams, the divine connection, the crown center activated. So these planetaries alignments, they're going to be aligned in the sky. It's kind of like this marching, it's a marching symbology, just matching in the frequency. It really is. It reminds me of Dumbo when they're singing with the bubbles. I don't know where that's coming from. But either way, it's a galactic parade in the sky. 4 of them should be visible to our naked eye. The other ones, you're going to need a telescope or binoculars. I kind of have both, so I'm kind of setting it up already. And if you want to see them, really go outside 20 minutes before sunrise in the early stages of the morning. I sleep outside, so I'm going to have it all set up. Happened early today and into tomorrow. I did have clouds. However, now that the divine alignment of it in all is in the alignment today really is the start, like moving into the new moon into Gemini. So excited about this. I don't know about you. So I really do advise that you really start your manifestation, your rituals today, at least kind of muse about them, get into the flow of them. Why? Because because literally all of these planetaries, they're aligned in the sky. So their energy, the consciousness, is also aligned, right? It's the stellium, the streaming of it, universal streams. That reminds me of the heavenly universe. So it's this energy of excelling and expanding upon. It's like the energy of innovation, the energy of advancing, moving forward. All of this and so much more in the cosmic soup. It's aligned with the new moon energy this week, which I'm super excited about, obviously. It's like this gravitational pull. It really is a fantastic time, literally, to invoke your manifestations, acting as if it's already arrived, using words in your rituals to invoke Gemini energy. We've got this for a year. Like literally, it feels like beyond the 6 months. So it's the veil between the spirit realm along with the physical realm. It's going to be very micro thin, if you will, thinning and opening up different portals, telepathy. I'm not even kidding, which will bring in some ease, some calmness, some flowing into our manifestations. We're going to be using a lot of water too, because the veil is thin, the healing waters. If you work with me before, you know I highly work with elements for rituals, actually, because the veil is thin. So this means things are going to be flowing and being a lot easier, as well as merging our energy body, our spirit body, what we look like on the other side, our higher self, into the physical. It's divine spiritual connection, communication, not even kidding. So it really is a fantastic time to practice our preferred divination method. However you connect to the divine spirit, open up, be in receivership, pay attention, like literally, universe, show me, universe, the element of surprise, wicked surprise, maybe, fantastic, otherworldly surprise. Create a simmer pot. I'm not even, like literally, freshen up your blessing bowls, your gratitude bowls. I've got mine. I'm going to go empty that one later. Lavender, I planted lavender, rosemary, orange peels, pine cones, cinnamon, star anise, to attract your desires as you invoke. Use the old languages. When I say the old, I mean the original runes, light language, Om. You know, the Celtic ways. I have that Celtic ebook, by the way. But get up early tomorrow morning, practicing your spirit, otherworldly connection. Schedule a divination. You know, I've got my divinations online for a grimoire session. Let me just find that, because you know I'm all about sharing my soul here. There he is. Believe 33. Use that code. Whatever you prefer, I've got opportunities to divine so that you truly do receive. Bring that in, whether you schedule one with me or do it for yourself. But the messages are going to just be flowing. It's like divine intervention. It's time to listen. You know, where are my air signs? This is really hitting the air signs, just saying it's in the air. Air as an element, beyond metal as a vibration, something different, but spiritually renewing and refreshing, reverberating, reviving. Just be sure to use water and incense. Just saying, it feels like incense, some kind of fire, to cleanse your sacred space. Do that with river water, stream water, mountain water, moon water, right? And if you have it, literally being creative, but also use this week for some elemental grounding through whatever element resonates for you and through you. Give offerings to the mountain spirits, to the water spirits, fire spirits, nature spirits, even into the earth, the air, nature beings. We've got opportunities, fresh flowers, seeds, honey, Goat's milk is a good one. Coffee beans, actually. Bread, leaving breadcrumbs. But ground corn even. I saw some at the store. Ashes. I work with ash as well. But deeply connecting to nature spirits. Giving some reciprocity. Creating sacred, beautiful, serene peace and abundance and just energy to the land, because we're part of the land, the spirits of the land. Also to the universe, to the waters, to the elementals, to all forms of life, literally. Opening up our heart to really, really give thanks and also gratitude, blessings. I kind of watched a show about things, but I won't go down that rabbit hole. But just be grateful for the energy that we receive as if it's already been received. And also be mindful of the energy that we give in return with love, abundance, and also gratitude. So just feeling it and really embodying it, being embodied. So with Neptune being a part of this heavenly universe parade, it's as if the heavenly frequency, spiritually, divine connection. So you might even experience some intensity. It kind of reminds me of the Singers of the Realm and the Fae. Intense divine intervention, just receiving downloads, spiritual connection, something very otherworldly through our dreams, signs, numbers, sigils, symbols, all the things. They come in a variety of forms. Smell even, I'm thinking, senses, taste. So you may need to grab some Dreamtime tea to really assist your energies so that you really are in the center of your center, the zone of neutrality, tapping into these energies, Neptune divinely, because of that degree Neptune's at, right? So dreams, visions, intuition, collaboration, like love it and love it some more. And really make it a grimoire kind of week. Go outside, experience this planetary parade, right? It's like, may the feel of the force and the divine energy, feeling a bit literally out of this world, be with you. Scripting, key codes, invocation with Creator. Can you tell I'm excited? Obviously so. But I think we're going to get more of an experience of a lot of downloading. Otherworldly stuff that really might just feel not of this world and out of this world at the same time. So it's divine, spirit to spirit connection, communication, collaboration, telepathic abilities on our spiritual walk of fame. We all have gifts. Every one of us have an intuitive gift. You can call it whatever you want, psychic ability. I really don't give one, but we just all have them. So you do you, boo. That's what I got to say there. We have a full year with this initiative energy, like taking the action, human time in human space, invoking with Jupiter in Gemini, Venus, loving our thoughts that are percolating. You're going to love that grimoire, whatever you're invoking, the ingredient of it. Speak loving words to everyone around you, including yourself, nature beings as well. Be everyone's best cheerleader, like gratitude, optimistic. It's the vibrancy of yellow, right? The Gemini Sacred Spirit Circle is also here on YouTube. This is about a scripting an internal code, a dialogue, the voice inside of ourselves, as well as, I guess I could change this up a little. I'm kind of all over the place. Thank you for letting me be that way. The Shamanic Healing Academy. This is my online grimoire. It has all of my intuitive offerings. I do have an introductory offer of only $3.99 for your first 30 days. You cannot beat that. And then $19.99 thereafter. You can join me in this online virtual coven. It's the Sha in the medium, holistic Sha medium. Got it? I'm so brilliant. But what is the coven? This is really giving time and space, sacred space to a gathering to really be heard, to communicate, create a community. It's a gathering. Covens are gatherings, actually. They're designed, this is designed literally to really share your magic, your wisdom, your gift, your purpose. I love that, actually. You really can't talk about one without the other, and we all have them. It's an online virtual library. I have all my energy medicine offerings in there, my foundational offerings, baby steps, into ritual insights, and also into indigenous technologies. plus monthly access. If you don't know, my Spill the Tea show, my replays are all housed there amongst other musings. But the coven, I love the word coven for a variety of reasons. I feel like we're literally washing a timeline out that needed some healing, and we're revisiting that now. But the coven is an online community within the Shamanic Healing Academy. And myself being a seer of the unseen, just following the goddess of the night, the moon, mapping out our emotions, and also the gates, the channels of human design. I did tune into that last week. And if you have yet to subscribe again here on YouTube, please do ring that bell. And thank you. Thank you, Ashe. Oh my goddess. Thank you for taking my watch times into the infinite, along with the new subscribers. I do see you, by the way, taking my channel above. I'm really into, I want to hit the angel number of 2222 or beyond infinity, right? Why not? Share with your friends. Your birthright. We've all got a birthright. Our birthright is to shine. And again, for other mystical musings, my other grimoire, Spill the Tea, if you have yet to show me there. Spill the Tea, all you got to do to join me here is subscribe to my musing newsletter. Spill the Tea is always on the third Friday of each and every month. It is a live venue through Zoom in an online coven, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time in my village. June Spill the Tea is going to be all about the moon, the sacral channel, emotional empathy. But it's also going to be about the northern direction, water. The moon's connected to water, right? Again, all you have to do is subscribe to my glimmering email list to Glamour. The live link is set out through an email the day before Spill the Tea and like 15 minutes before I do go live, the second one. But do check your spam so you don't miss the show. They're super fun. Reflectors guidance this week. Let's see. Let me move that right there so I can get into it. Of course. Whoopsie. Wrong little corner. There we go. Oh my goddess. Third time's a charm. This week we do kick off today with the moon in Taurus. We're glimmering in our subconscious. If I look at the Gemini arena, right? So this is bringing in the element of nature to ground into the energy of this new moon before we hit that tide, really giving time and space to the words that we're about to invoke to spirit. I would literally start scripting, use love as the secret sauce in our manifestation, literally. So as the moon moves into Gemini on Wednesday, there she is, the new moon's coming up, which is Mercury's day, Wednesday, right? I shared an entire grimoire of ideas around invoking for this new moon earlier in this broadcast. I do sense this energy is going to last for, I'm not even kidding, the entire year and then some. It's like we're going to glimmer it out for the next 12 years. I'm not even kidding, especially with Jupiter in the cosmic soup. So this is going to be very activated, I'll say, for 12 years. I'm not even kidding. So as we come off these ideas, the new moon, this telepathic energy, along with our solar plexus, our will, self-esteem, God's will as God wills it, heaven and earth, the universe will move mountains, oceans to get us in divine alignment, right? But the moon then, after the new moon, of course, we head into the season of Cancer, the home of the moon, our foundation, emoting our foundation, what we feel. Through the weekend, the clear through Sunday, actually, is what I want to say. So really taking your crystals outside. I'm going to be feeding the Fae as well. Create moon water, gather river water, whatever it is that resonates with you. Go to the water, cleanse the debris of our not so fantastic thoughts. The corruption is our thoughts, right? I won't go down that rabbit hole. That just gave me a worm, right? Wormhole. Woo. Continue to breathe in the good, the great spirit as a conduit. Exhale all the debris, the corrupt thoughts. I would be doing this all month long and for the entire year. Holding space for excelling the positivity, the optimism, shining, right? So on the menu, if you're confused about your gift and your purpose, we do have, of course, right? Cowrie shell divinations. If you're confused, maybe you need some help, assistance with your gift. Why you arrived on the planet, relationships, career opportunities. I mean, there's so much happening for us, right? So for a very limited time, believe 33 to redeem a session. Ritual is always a key part of my divinations. It comes in from the otherworldly medicine cabinet if you've worked with me before. But I am also going to be bringing back to the live show, Gift and Purpose online for a second round this year. That really is the foundation for the elemental pathway. It's a minimal fee to join me live for that. I'm going to dive a little more deeper into the elementals, or it's going to be a virtual personality, I guess. But I would recommend that you do start with Change Your Stars, the quiz, and also do that before we dive into Gift and Purpose for another live show. The moon meditation should be up soon, like tomorrow, if not late tonight. It's more of an invocation, invoking spirit for 40 days every day. I do that with one of my rituals if you've ever worked with me, but I would probably just make it part of your daily habitat for the entire year to really cleanse the debris and the causal. We're in it, right? So the season of summer, the element of fire, the southern direction, which is also fire, in period 9 in that cycle. And just so you know, the energies, the flying stars, they fly. So energy is always in movement. We never want energy stagnant because that's when debris sets in, right? So the element of fire, it's actually heat in the body. I do have something fantastic, of course, right? Because that's how I function. There we go. Oh, well, that is the fire element. That's not what I was going for. Here we go on the body. Red blood circulation. You can see my little red. Actually, I'm not too bad today, but the sun's not out. I do need water. Just saying. Water to cool the body. So swimming, energetically, our subtle field always knows what we need. It's just, are we listening, right? Oftentimes when I do a divination, I feel like people just need to hear the second outside voice, which happens to be me, to help them get on their merrily way. But water, oceans, lakes, even a breeze, breezes carry water molecules in a unique way. But just harmonizing our body. That's when we then have time to harmonize the home, which is feng shui. The inner world, the body, and the outer world, where our environment is. Energy vibrations, cleaning and cleansing, and also the frequencies of it. And again, if you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and do so. We are in the element of fire. There you go. If you subscribe to get the notification on YouTube, just be sure to do that. Besides the celestial energies and podcasts, I do both new and full moon meditations. I kind of slimmed down on the rituals along with my weekly show. But on the elemental highway this week, I'm super excited. Why? Because I'm bringing in the day of the new moon. Look at that juicy day. That's a lot happening, right? Kind of. I don't know. But we have a new month, which is the Yang Metal Horse, a Yin Metal Ox of a day, and a Yin Metal Rabbit Hour. So these are all in the heavenly frequencies. Metal is also our thoughts. It's Venus. Yin fire is the horse, right? So as Mercury has entered Gemini, along with the parade of planets, from now through the 17th of June, the messenger, the mind, is doing this gravitational pull. It's speeding us up through the seasons. It's our ability to literally process ideas. It's the quickening of them, the percolating. Maybe you're overly chatty, possibly gossipy, very social, especially on the 5th, which is Mercury's day. With the arrival of the horse, that's when the horse arrives, is actually on the 5th of this month. You can't make this up. So it's kind of a peach blossom kind of energy. And in the Chinese method, this is called initiation. It's fire initiates. It's also, we got 2 earth energies on this day, double earth, right? Yin and yang. We've got the ox and the dragon. One is patient, resilient, and the other one is moving. One takes its time. One's an immovable force, power versus force, if you haven't read that book. Unless we have like an earthquake or something crazy like that, it does move. But when it does, it literally is ground-breaking, earth-shaking energy. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. That might be something. This feels like a Rocky Mountain high in a way, just saying. But Earth is a downward energy. It's a centering energy. So this month is engaging our heart to really heal. Yin fire molds, shapes, where yang metal. That's kind of what's happening. And the month pillar may not seem supportive with all these elements. The fire and the metal is what I'm sensing, but metal is associated also with grief and sadness by nature, loss, and grief often feels detached and cold. It's unrefined. It's that detaching energy. I mean, think of the winter months. And the horse is associated with the energy of summer, the fire, the sun, the heart. So it's kind of burning bright. It's exuberant. It's joyful. It's the laughter. It's the giddy up and the get go. Fire can also melt or destroy the burning embers, right? But metal also is the element that transforms into a shape, into a tool, a skill set. So this is our invitation to turn our grief into a source of knowing, a source of hope, inspiration, vitality. You may experience loss. It could be loss of a relationship, a loved one, a career, projects, ideas, things that are actually no longer valid or no longer in soul service for us. Oftentimes, when we try to suppress our grief, our sadness, instead of fully experiencing it, validating, processing our emotions that really are coming through in the process of grief, a grief ritual. Sometimes people drown out their sorrow in their grief. I'm thinking of something, but anyway, we may even hit the bottom of the seashore, the ocean, where we feel like there's no way out. We're literally drowning or spinning. But the time is now. It's ripe to allow our heart, which is the horse, to ignite, right? And it doesn't take a lot of fire. I don't know if you've seen my cowrie shell divinations, but it really doesn't take a lot of fire to express and heal our grief by engaging in all the things that are creative, laughter, joy, those kinds of things. It's the creative energies that we all carry within us through writing, drawing, painting, channeling. It moves the grief through our hearts and releases it out into the Great Spirit. Even a song to bring healing towards us, sound healing. But our heart, the sun, holds the most powerful healing force that can transform our inner suffering into sparks of illumination, of joy. When we engage and embody our heart fully, doing playful activities where time floats by, like you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, where'd the day go? The sun set, the sun rose, whatever. That's where we find the hope, and ultimately it leads us to the light, the star at the end of the tunnel. No matter how long the journey may take, the heavenly universe, this heavenly frequency, is literally like a sword. It's clearing the pathway. It's mowing the lawn. So we may be hurting now, but we may be able to look back from the future, like remembering when, realizing that grieving is actually a part of harmonics. It's necessary. It's a process that really helps us to move forward. So our grief has opened our heart. It has sparked us. It's an initiation. It's lit the inner fires within us. So it's like this red kundalini fire rising energy, the horse. The horse helps keep this fire burning, lit, the candle. So does the rabbit, just saying. But it's the freedom nourishing our spirit, doing activities that create heartfelt projects that really, they're touching our soul. They're illuminating our soul, our dark shadow energies, where sometimes the ghost in the darkness gets lit. The hour, the Yin Metal Rabbit, not going to forget that, because this really is the illuminary of this whole day, I'll just say. So this is our creative expression. It's the divine feminine. It's yin. It's beauty. It's delicate. It's artistic. It's energies. Rabbit, right? Adding production to it. So these energies may be kind of at conflict or at odds when we look at them. Two yin fighting. The rooster and the rabbit are opposing vibrations. But when they're combined with just the right amount of restraint and moderation, like peeling the onion, they can lead to an extraordinary collaboration, insight, especially creativity. So imagine or think, because we're in Gemini, think of the beautiful sounds created and illuminated by string instruments or the healing vibrations of string sounds. When you strike maybe a blessing bowl, a Tibetan bowl, a glass one with a mallet, kind of feel into that. So this is asking us to expand our definition, our label of what beauty is. To really see beauty is more than skin deep. Creating beauty in our environment, our body. Beauty is a variety of things. Inviting beauty into our inner world along with our external environment. Feeding our senses with art, poetry, music, dance. Something that really delights, something delightful, something that delights our heart, the skin we're in, and just embodying beauty from the inside to the outside so that it shines through our entire being in every moment and movement that we take. Especially when we look in the magic mirror, mirror on the wall, send love to the beautiful soul that's in front of you. That is you, by the way. So it's also about softening up our stance without losing who we are in our relationships, boundaries, right? Releasing our attachments to what our ideal relationship is so that we can then enter into a state of, it's like Qigong, a graceful movement. Tai Chi kind of comes to mind. Giving and also receiving. But the key is literally to find balance in, accommodating our own needs and also the needs of others. It's that kind of balancing in our grimoire without, we don't want to compromise our own inner values, feeling valuable. The heavenly frequency really is making us aware. It's that elevated perception, being reflected. It's a reflection of our own inner world. So it's time to really appreciate the beauty all around us without any judgment, the no judgment zone. The world will ultimately then reflect more of its majestic beauty back to us. It's kind of like when you're looking at the mountain and you can see the reflection in the waters, right? That's scrying, that's divination. Where the rabbit can find beauty in the mundane, like how the flowers can instantly brighten up space. My neighbor gave me flowers. So then we can transform anything ordinary into something extraordinary when we feel our world, we're feeling it full of beauty. So it's usually beauty. It's the beauty that resides within each and every one of us. But the day pillar of the new moon, the Yin Ox, there's a lot of yin energy, right? So this is happening inside of us. So our energy is telling us that it's time to experience the greatest love of all. It's encouraging us to believe in the power of love, whether it's self-love, family love, romantic love, valued love, love for all beings, love in its purest form, absolute love. Absolute love is one of the highest of high frequencies that can really assist us to heal our pains and our sufferings, ultimately leading to inner peace, inner joy. So our day is our invitation to tune into that higher frequency. Experience love, embody, experience love that really comes from within us. So it's time to literally make or take a spiritual practice, taking the time to really start practicing for ourselves, to be loving, to be kind towards not just ourselves, but also to align with the energy of love and allowing our inner light to emerge or blossom brilliantly, radiantly. Metal is associated with the planet of Venus, which is also in that planetary parade of alignment that's reminding me of Dumbo. As a symbol of this goddess energy, it's really fantastic. But Venus is beautiful, it's enchanting, powerful, it's opening, it's receiving, it's aesthetically clean and pleasing. She knows when it's time to turn on the charm, when it's time to replenish, when it's time to heal. I find people are great at giving, but it's the receivership. I have issues myself. Very spiritual, deeply spiritual, also patient. The ox again, earth energy associated with Mother Earth, the soil. The soil is always in tune with what her body needs. And hidden beneath the ox We have more metal, so our day is actually rooted. It's actually in storage. So it's inside of us, and water's reminding us that there's more wisdom when we look deep inside. We carry this wisdom within us, initiating it. I mean, this is going to be magical. I'm not even kidding. So with this energy, there is I want to say even magnetic, attracting energy of great love to really celebrate, often just once a year, but we're having this. I feel like it's going to last for 12, especially with the parade of planets. I just feel like this is going to be a conscious river stream, if you will. But it's a reminder that love is the most powerful force that we could forever cultivate day in and day out, but it really ultimately starts from within. So this is like the heavenly mirror reflecting what is inside of us and honoring the beauty that we see when we reflect or literally look into the mirror at ourselves. I kind of get the idea of, I want to, not Cinderella, Snow White, right? So it's like, what do we see when we look into the mirror? And the ox of the day, that represents our inner beauty, our inner wisdom, our inner starlight. So it's time to nurture our spirit with more self-love, self-care, so that we can cultivate the hidden gems that's coming from the metal, the hidden gem, the hidden treasure, our brilliance, our jewel. You are the jewel, right? So with that, I'm going to have a little sippy sip. Check out the timeline. My We're Doing Great mug. I don't know if you can see that, but we are doing great. So on to the messages. There I is. Let's change that up. Yeah, this is my cowrie shell divination cloth, initiated cowrie shell diviner. This is what I'll be using when you come in for your divination. Believe 33, by the way. So with the messages, I mean, with all the energies, I felt like that was a lot, by the way. But the shaman's article is what I'm going with. So if your soul truly is calling you for a one-on-one, just use the code BELIEVE33 to redeem it when you schedule. But today, the first message for this week, we've got the beauty way, the lotus. Oh, wow. And look at the dragonfly. Have you guys checked out my website? I got the dragonfly sitting right there. This is the path that we've already traveled along, the lotus way, if you will. Something that we've done within our daily practice. This is where we go out into the world. It kind of reminds me of the journeyman and the fae, which is sitting right here, to see, or only perceive beauty all around us, like the magic, right? In all around us, in every direction, in all the things, like literally seeing the beauty that resides within you as we move through this thing called life. This is where we take an action to bring beauty into every situation. All the situations that we're in, lessons included, anything that appears to exist, even when things get fugly or feel that way, so that when we do initiate, when we do act upon them, we can literally bring in integrity, peace, joy, love to the forces of adversity, anything that we encounter on this particular day. Especially when anybody else is only seeing the ghost in the darkness, perceiving all the things, the dark shadows. This is when we can point out the light to really open up the door and uncover the hidden grimoire, the gems. It's not a time to fix our relationships that we may believe in our heart and our soul that we believe are broken, right? It's time to recognize that things are exactly as they need to be in the now, in the moment, always working in our favor, and really acknowledge and access the beauty of each and everything. And when we understand wholeheartedly the beauty that resides within the ghost of the darkness, that's when we're able to bring about the transformation, anything that we're searching for. So it's not a time to like gossip or lie about ourselves or others. That comes from the Dagara. We're in a year of community connection, mineral. That's why I'm saying that. Or speaking to the flaws of the others, because that's the reflection, right? So just be careful. It's not a time to be seduced, or, sometimes we get seduced. We commit to things that are superficial Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a relationship, a project, an idea. Unless we're willing to pay for the price for that later, the tower will crumble if it's not the way of beauty, I guess. And the 4, I don't know if you can see that. The 4 is like things may not appear as they seem. There's something clouded is what this feels like to me. And we do have clouds, by the way. Then on Terrific Tuesday, let's see, who do we got here? These cards are a little thick. Oh, we got the spiral. I guess I could put that up there. I kind of like spirals. This reminds me of the labyrinth, if you will. Being in a labyrinth. Just saying, a coiled up snake. Kundalini. I talked about that. That's kind of fascinating. Things spiraling into place. Or our corrupt mind spiraling out of control. Our mind needs boundaries. It needs a job to do. It needs labels. So really feeling into it and listening to our heart. The spiral is everywhere in our natural world, in nature, right? I'm thinking of like shells, how they spiral, the galaxy, the Milky Way, all those kinds of things. They're spiralings everywhere. It is the form of the serpent. I don't know if it feels like a snake to you, but it kind of feels like one to me, going deep into the unknown, the unconscious, or the consciousness, the serpent's lair. Our consciousness, the never-ending galaxy, into the heavenly frequency. So it's time to go deep into the depths, a rebirthing, a reawakening. So yeah, it kind of feels just allowing the all, the nothingness, to really cleanse us and support us. Knowing things are spiraling together. It's time to use the nature spirits, the tree spirits, stone spirits, mountain spirits, all the spirits of all things. Create a sigil, do that out in nature, a labyrinth, right, in nature with items from nature. That's kind of what I'm sensing with this one. Entering into a dream state and really offering the earth our feelings. How do we feel? All of our situations that we no longer want in our day-to-day world, leaving them there to the earth. There's no need to pick them up. Just move out of the way, basically. And then the 50, this is literally creating a boundary around our mind, putting labels to things, getting organized, goals, story. And then on Mercury's day, ding, 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 we've got the drum, which is actually upside right, upside wrong, whatever you want to call it. I have a shaman's drum, gifted by the shamans in Mongolia. So I love the drum. But the 15, on a 15 day, this is amazing, right? So being mindful of what our heart really wants, loving our thoughts that are percolating. It's like, what does your heart reflect? Putting your left hand on your heart and feeling what your heart reflects about you as you're reflecting in the mirror. It's like, are we wearing our thoughts on our sleeve, our wardrobe? Are we getting a new wardrobe? Are we cleansing our causal field, our mental clarity? But the drum is made up of all the elementals, right? The wood, the animal hide, the directions. Creates a rhythm, opens up to the other world. So we're kind of being invited to literally sound out, move forward on our path, drum, right? The universe is moving mountains and oceans, heaven, source, going to move us. We often get in our own magical way because our mind really gets in the way. There's no reason to go against the flow, against the current, stay in the streams, move, go with the flow. Summon our inner dragon. It's going to be a wild ride, it feels like. It kind of feels like the rapids in a way. But this is just allowing ourselves to be carried by the rhythm of our own drum, which is actually our own heartbeat. Going with that. And then on the new moon's day, Jupiter's day, oh my goddess, we've got a very excited energy. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love fire. I think we need to do a fire ritual for this moon and bring in those herbs, lavender, rosemary, just anything really from nature, bay leaves, right? We got opportunities, flowers, script your new story. This is a really excelling energy with Jupiter, Venus, the moon. It's almost like a celestial wishing tree, the tree of knowledge. There's so much juicy nectar of the goddess, right? That's what we're having on this day. But elemental fire, in the season of fire, a period or cycle of fire, all eyes on the south. It's time to initiate, take an action from our heart. Loving and trusting is kind of what I feel there. Loving and trusting our own ideas. And really don't share the fire, the passion with those around you. Kind of hold them close to yourself. We don't want any Nellies like removing our greatness while we're creating in creator field. Our thoughts are going to be percolating. Fire can transform, consume, or rage. It illuminates, but it also heals in the transformation. I really feel like a fire ritual, invoking fire spirits. It's time to ignite our inner fire, sparking our inner joy. We've got a horse, right? Metal, young metal and a horse. I really feel like there's going to be some creativity, romance. Things are going to be blossoming and blooming. I really do sense a fire ritual is kind of what's in need. So kind of give the fire all your worries, your grief, and allow fire to transmute the message for you and deliver it to the world of spirit, the universe source, like blowing it out there. It's kind of like the rise of the phoenix from the ashes. And then on Fantastic Friday, we've got the Andean cross, which I love as well for different reasons. This is like all time and space is what I'll say. Like all the areas, all the directions, the corners, the four corners, the directions, up, down. It's like, what or where do my thoughts feel divinely aligned the day after? I feel like we're going to get like a spiritual wash, a spiritual heart, divine heart connection. It's like, what can I feel inside of myself that I can heartfelt commit to? What thought is aligned that I can really devote time and space to? Giving your thoughts a job, a goal, a duty, a label, a description maybe. This particular energy is I find it curious. We just went from the drum to the cross. So this is really invoking and bringing it in. This is the cosmology, at least in this oracle energy of the shaman, the cosmology of the shaman, to be in this world or any other world, all dimensions and realms. It's the eye of the shaman's portal, our 8th energetic center. So this tells me we're going to be moving towards opening the door with the drum to get on the path of a great journey. We've kind of already set the stage, intentions with the new moon. So it's like, what is the goal? Things are within our grasp. It's time to open the door to initiate the higher wisdom. We don't need to make any sense of it. That's like giving it over to Creator. It might not make 1 ounce of sense, literally, before we respond with a yes and what else to the universe. So really ultimately have faith that the universe is going to deliver the gem, the golden nugget, the treasure. So yeah, it all feels fantastic to me, just saying. So then to finish up my grimoire, my mystic message this week, I really, I feel like we needed to tune into source or at least channel divine energy. So I went with, I am receiving messages from source. I feel like we need to kind of gravitate towards this and really pay attention to signs, the soul's harmonic, and embody those messages, receiving them, being in receivership. Could be telepathy, just saying you might feel it in your solar plexus. But go ahead and make it fantastic. Listen to the new moon meditation. If you have subscribed, you will see that when it goes live. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.